Okay, let's get to the New York Times. Now, you know what I think about that newspaper. I don't even call it a newspaper anymore. It's a left-wing journal. So you may remember that on June 26, 2020, the New York Times reported that American intelligence had concluded that a Russian military intelligence unit secretly offered bounties to Taliban-linked militants for killing coalition forces in Afghanistan. Remember that story? And the implication was that Trump wouldn't do anything about it. That's why they reported. Now, the whole story was based on nothing. There wasn't one fact in the story. All right? So I said this. Go. Then the New York Times runs another ridiculous article that says a Russian unit of some kind, doesn't identify it, offered to pay Taliban for killing Americans in Afghanistan. No attribution. People close to the intelligence are ridiculous. 90% of the article is backhoeing into how Trump hasn't been tough on Putin. Okay, so I knew, and this is why you watch and listen to me, I knew as soon as I read the article that it was bull. Okay, you can tell if you're a trained journalist, you've got to back stuff up, as I just did in the 60 Minutes piece that we just analyzed. You got to back it up with something. They had nothing other than Trump is soft on Putin for some strange reason, which is a theme from the New York Times. Okay, so now the Biden administration last week said that they have low to moderate confidence the Russian story is true, which means it isn't true. If the Biden administration goes, oh, I don't think it's true. Okay, because they're not going to give the New York Times a needle unless they absolutely have to. Now, after the erroneous, fallacious, whatever word you want to use, New York Times report came out, here's what the corporate media did. Go.
Intelligence showed Russia was paying the Taliban bounties to kill U.S. soldiers in Afghanistan.
Russia had bounties on the heads of American soldiers.
Vladimir Putin is offering bounties for the scalps of American soldiers in Afghanistan.
Russian officers put bounties on American and British troops serving in Afghanistan.
Russia paid bounties to Taliban militants for the killing of U.S. troops in Afghanistan.
Okay, this is why you cannot believe a word of what you see in the network news or in cable news. Because those people don't care what's true. They just parrot like a bird what the New York Times says. If the New York Times prints it, even if it isn't true, they say it's true. Do you see what's happened to this country? So how on earth could any American get the truth? Unless you're watching me or someone who does similar analysis. And there aren't many of us.